And so God gave us the blessing of sex, but he also set up this boundary. It's for one man, one woman, one lifetime, with one God at the center. And you might hear that and you might go, okay, this is what I expected. Here's the church being restrictive on me. I'm going to be free with my life, and the church is just trying to hold me back. And why does God care about who I sleep with anyways? That's kind of weird. Well, the truth is God cares about who you sleep with because God cares about the people doing the sleeping. God loves you enough to say, I've created this gift, but man, if you partake in it outside of the context I created, it's only going to lead to harm. And I want to tell you a story that relates to this, and it's kind of funny, but let me set it up. If you've been around Grace for a while, you know that our pastor, Pastor Nick, he hates cats. He hates cats. So he's going to love this story, okay? I'm going to tell you the story about my first cat. We called her Boots 1 because later on we got a Boots 2. And you know what that means, right? That Boots 1 didn't make it. Well, Boots was, I don't really remember a lot about Boots. All I remember really is that Boots had white paws and gray fur, so that's why she was Boots. And Boots was a cat that whenever you would open the door, she went from being an inside cat to an outside cat. I mean, she's supposed to stay inside, but with the door open, Boots would make a beeline for the backyard, and then usually end up underneath the porch, and you have to kind of lure her out with like lunch meat or something to get her to come out, get her back inside. So we kind of had a rule in the house, which was do not open the door if Boots is around. Make sure Boots does not get out of the house. Well, one day, somebody, I don't know who it was, it might have been me, opened the door. I honestly don't remember, and Boots got outside. And we had a fenced-in backyard, so Boots couldn't really get too far. But Boots saw something. She saw freedom. In our fence, like the gate on our fence on our porch, this is so fitting for our series. There was a heart-shaped hole, romantic, right? Heart-shaped hole here, and Boots saw that and just went running. And so Boots ran, snuck through this little hole in our gate. Boots went pitter-patter down the stairs, ran through the grass, started yelling, freedom, hit the street, and then bam, immediately got hit by a truck and died. This is not a joke. This is what really happened. So am I telling you that if you have sex before marriage, you're going to get hit by a truck and die? No. That might happen, but that's not going to be the reason, okay? Why do I tell you that? Well, I tell you that because of this. Because my pet had complete freedom within the protective boundary that we set up to live their life to the fullest. I mean, this cat could have done whatever it wanted to do. It could have climbed a tree, could have gone under the porch, could have stayed in our house, it could have found some mice and been helpful or something. I don't know. It could have done whatever it wanted to do within our protective boundary, but as soon as it left that boundary, it also left our protection. And we've got to understand today that when we leave the boundary of God, we leave the protection of God. See, as a father, when I tell my son not to touch the stove when it's hot, that is not being restrictive. That's being loving. When my son complains because he doesn't want to go in his car seat, he wants to sit in the front seat, and I put him in the car seat and I strap him in anyways, that's not restricting his freedom. That's actually protecting his freedom. That's making it so that he can live a full life later on. In the same way, God is a loving father who gives us good gifts. But he has established boundaries not to hold us back, but actually to propel us forward into the purpose that he has for our life. See, God's boundaries are not burdens. His boundaries are actually his blessings.